Bonjour my friends, I'm Frankie and welcome to Club Foodie. I always enjoy diverse cuisines, but there's one that I cook more since I met David, who's now my husband. German food. With my French touch, I recreated many classic German recipes, such as Stollen, potato salad, schnitzel, plum cake, and many more. In this video, I'll be making another classic one. In today's episode, I'll show you how to make my homemade pretzels. I love this delicious snack, and with Oktoberfest coming up this weekend, what a nice way to highlight this event by making some. You'd be surprised how moist and tasty they are. So my friends, let's get cooking. In a bowl of a stand mixer, we'll add active dry yeast, lukewarm water, between 105 to 110 degrees Fahrenheit. If you go hotter, you'll kill the yeast. And then honey. Yeast love sugar. We'll give a good stir and let it sit for 10 minutes. So later on, as you can see, the yeast is alive. Then we'll add soft butter and ground sea salt. Now when it comes to flour, we'll add 1.5 cups of it and keep half a cup on the side. And you'll see why in a few seconds. With the dough hook attachment, we'll process on speed 3 until the dough clings to the hook. To help get to this stage, we'll add a tablespoon at a time of the reserved flour until the dough is no longer sticky. Then we'll increase to speed 4 and knead for 3 minutes. When time is up, we'll remove the dough from the bowl, flour our hands lightly, and form a ball by pulling under, just like this. And yes, the dough will still be a little bit sticky, but very soft and malleable. Now we'll transfer it to a bowl lightly oiled and turn it to coat the ball. We'll cover with a clean dish towel and place it in a draft-free area such as the oven, of course, with the heat off. Now, if your kitchen is very cold, you can start the oven at 350 for a minute or two while the yeast is fermenting. It will be just warm, comfortable for the dough to rise for the next 1.5 hours. When time is up, we'll remove from the oven, and like other dough recipes, we'll punch it to remove the air and prevent from overproofing. We'll transfer to a clean counter and form a ball, exactly like we did earlier by pulling under. When it's nicely formed, we'll take a bench scraper and divide it into 2 equal pieces by cutting it in half. Then we'll take them and form 2 balls with it. Cut them in half again and shape the 2 small pieces into balls. That way you'll get pretty much all your pretzels the same size. You can skip this and cut in 4 pieces right from the start and use a scale to weigh each of them, whichever you prefer. Now we'll put 3 on the side and work with 1. So we'll flatten it out and stretch it into a rectangular shape. It doesn't have to be perfect. And then we'll roll it tightly from one side to the other. And when we're done with it and it's nicely rolled, we'll pinch the seam together just like I'm doing right now. Next, we'll roll it back and forth until it reaches 12 inches long, tapering to the ends. By the way, I have no problem using a ruler when I make them. So when the length is reached, we'll set aside and work with the others. After they are rolled out, we'll take the first one we did, which the gluten had time to relax, and do the same, but this time we'll roll it out to 24 inches. Now we'll take the ends and form a U shape. Then cross them over, then cross them over again, and bring them back to the top of the loop, pressing the ends down firmly into the dough so they stay in place. And here's our cute pretzel. We'll place them on 2 baking sheets
When it is lined with silicone mat and the other one lightly greased, then we'll cover and let them rest for 30 minutes. About 20 minutes later, we'll set the oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit, and then we'll fill up a saucepan with water and bring it to a boil. To this, we'll add baking soda. Now, the professionals use lye, also known as caustic soda solution, instead of the baking soda. I strongly suggest that you stay away from it. It's extremely corrosive, and if some splash on your skin or in your eyes, you can end up with severe burns or become blind. The best alternative is baking soda and is totally safe. Alright, 30 minutes later, the pretzels are looking fabulous. So we'll go ahead and place one after another in the water baking soda solution and soak for 20 seconds per side. Don't go longer than 30 seconds, alright? And we'll carefully remove it and place it back on the baking sheet. Next, we'll gently brush on some egg wash. This will give a beautiful shine and a nice golden color to the pretzels. We'll also sprinkle on some coarse sea salt before slashing the dough with a sharp knife. We'll transfer them to the preheated oven and bake for 12 to 15 minutes or until golden brown. We'll remove from the heat and transfer them on a wire rack just to cool off a little, about 5 minutes. They are amazing when they are warm. And my friends, these are our homemade pretzels. Soft inside with a tender salty exterior, this German snack is absolutely delightful. Traditional served with a mustard dip, these tasty pretzels will make you feel like you're at Oktoberfest in Germany. I hope you give it a try soon, and be sure to visit clubfoodie.com for ingredient amounts and more info. Until next time, my friends, bon appétit!